Hello and welcome. My name is Tavishima Ayede. I'm a former lawyer turned business consultant, and what I do over here every day is I try to solve business problems. Apologies because today's episode is an out and about episode, so you're going to hear noise in the background. People talking, cars driving by, Okada, things like that. Now, the problem we're looking at today, this is going to be a final episode. We've already done part one and part two for Umar, who's a physiotherapist in the northern part of the country. Civil servant, and he has his own side hustle because he has his own physiotherapy practice, a B physiotherapy clinic. And we had made an episode about how to deal with time management challenges, and we had started in the former episode looking at how we can deal with client retention because Umar has lots of clients bailing out after they do 2 sessions, which is a problem because as a physiotherapist, you want people to complete their period of rehabilitation because that is because that's what's in the patient's interest. First of all, if they don't finish the the rehabilitation, the treatment, then they're not going to get completely cured 100%. Then, of course, if they don't complete it, you don't make any money. So we have started looking at how we're going to cure the client retention issue. And if I remember correctly, we looked at the traditional sales perspective of dealing with client retention, which is by having some processes in place, which is you close the deal. That is good, but then you do the debrief when you're done. You have customer success conversations, customer satisfaction conversations, customer service conversations. And the reason why those are important is because they bring in repeat business and repeat referrals. So if you hear anything that you like so far, then skip back after you're done listening to this episode and listen to the former one. Then you will get the whole context. Okay, we also spoke about education and road mapping. Yeah, about how that's going to help his business. There's no point in rehashing the whole thing here. So when you're done listening to this, skip back, listen to that one, and you'll get the full gist. Excuse me. So, in the interest of time, because I didn't want the last episode to go too long, so what we did was, today we decided we're going to look at how Mr. Umar can, maybe I should say Dr. Umar, how he can restructure pricing and then get people to come for more sessions. By the way, if you'd love to connect with me just like Dr. Umar did, the number to call, send a text message or a WhatsApp message is 080-6466-2140. Okay, so where are we? Pricing. Now, I suspect, we didn't go into great detail on this, but I suspect, Dr. Umar, that the way you're pricing it is per visit, kind of. Because one of my uncles also had some issues and he had to see a physiotherapist, one of my uncles back home. And the way that it was done was, he would raise the cash before the next appointment. So maybe that also is a problem. But, I'm not in this space, so I don't know. But maybe that's a problem. Because if people are paying on a per visit, then they're not really locked in per se. So instead of structuring your treatments so that people are paying per visit, you could be selling care packages. So that is what you can be doing. You could be selling a package. Now remember, when I was freestyling in the previous episode and I came up with a roadmap that you can use for educating your people. So the way I just freestyled it was, okay, maybe session 1 and 2 is for pain relief. Then session 3, 4, and 5 is for mobility. Then session 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is for strength so that we prevent a relapse, so that there's no relapse. So what you can do is you can be selling packages. So relief package, people pay for 2 weeks straight. Or a relief and mobility package. So they pay from week 1 all the way to week 5. Or relief package, relief, mobility, and strength package. So that is week 1 until week 12. So that people are paying in blocks, in chunks. So if they're paying in chunks, then the chances that you're going to have them come back for longer sessions, is there. So that is one thing that you can do. Sell packages. Don't sell single sessions. If they are selling single sessions 1 week after 1 week after 1 week, then yeah, of course, people can fade like that. But if people have already paid for the package up front, then the chances that you can keep people, the chance that you can keep people coming back, is a lot higher. So you can sell packages like that. You can sell bundle treatment plans. So you can have, or they can be paying in six sessions, 12 sessions, 14 sessions, 16 sessions, just be paying like that, instead of paying on a day to day. Now, I know some of you physiotherapists are going to say, "Oh, it's going to be too expensive." Then, for my clients, then maybe what you can do is you can offer the incentive. You offer a slight discount. So, like for Mom C now, for instance, that's my home mom. That's how she sorted her own school fees, basically. So when it came time for masters, that's what Mom C did. Instead of you pay first semester, pay second semester, she was just like, "Look, how much is the whole thing? This is how much the whole thing. Okay, if I drop all this money now, will you give me a discount?" And the school said, "Yeah." The school said, "Sure. If you bring cash right now, we'll give you, I think it was 7% discount or something." Yeah, so Mom C did that. And of course, when you're paying in dollars and pounds, and somebody gives you a 7% discount, the team makes sense. So that's what Mom C did. She just paid up front like that. So you can also structure your packages that way. So this is this is the bundle for 6 weeks. This is the bundle for 12 weeks. If you pay for 6 weeks, you get 5% discount. If you pay for 12 weeks, you get 10% discount. If you pay for 20 weeks, you get, I don't know, whatever. I'm sure you'll be able to figure out something. By the way, talk to your senior colleagues. Don't just take what I'm saying, because remember, I'm not a physiotherapist. So talk to your senior colleagues and figure out how your other colleagues are doing it in the physiotherapy space. So these are some ideas. So if they pay upfront, if they commit upfront to a structured plan, then attendance should go up. These are some things that people do in other kinds of businesses. Then, Dr. Umar, you remember that we spoke about friction. Now, friction is just anything that you do in your business that causes people to vex, or it just makes things not to be so smooth. So, those of us who are fans of NEPA, in quote, you understand? I'm being sarcastic here. Those of us who are fans of NEPA now, you know how it is. If there's a customer service issue and you want to call them, you will sleep on that phone. 45 minutes, they put you on hold. That is friction. Now, for NEPA, it's not a problem, because where will we go to? There's no competition. There's no other company. So we don't have a choice. What will you do? You will sit on that phone for 45 minutes until they pick your call. Now, if you go to the office to go and report an issue, it's not even better. It's still the same, because other people are frustrated just like you. So there are lots of people in the office. And then, of course, there's a queue. And you know how these people can be. They'll say, "Oh, it's 12 o'clock. It's time for lunch break." They'll disappear. Then they'll come back. And then they'll say, "Oh, it's 2 o'clock. It's time for prayer." Then they'll disappear. Then they'll come back. And then, "Oh, it's time for prayer at 4 o'clock." They'll disappear. They'll come back. "Oh, it's now 5 o'clock. It's time to close." That kind of thing. So all of those things, that is friction. So in your business, there are some small things you do that cause serious friction, that if there's competition, people will fade. So let's say you're a restaurant, and when people place an order, it takes 45 minutes before the food comes. That is friction. Now, because there's competition there, people can just say, "My dear, I beg, I don't like this place again." And then they look for a new place. They fade. That is friction. So all the things that we do that annoy people, that, put K-leg in the quality of service that we deliver, that is called friction. Now, we need to look for ways of reducing friction. When you reduce friction, attendance goes up. So, now I'm not saying this from an informed medical perspective, but I'm just saying this as just as an everyday Nigerian, because doctors complain all the time that, "Oh, people don't come to the hospital. People don't come to the hospital. They go to roadside pharmacists." And one doctor was asking me why, and I was telling him that, "Look, are you seriously asking me that question? It's because when we go to the roadside pharmacy, they attend to us quick. There is no queue. You go there, is pharmacist around? Yes, pharmacist around. He's attending to somebody. If you wait, it won't pass 20 minutes. And then the pharmacist sees you and then prescribes, and then you leave." By the way, I'm not saying that we should do that. I'm just trying to tell you in the medical profession that, these are some of the issues. This is why people don't come to the hospital. Any small thing, they will go to the roadside pharmacy. So that's why. So, because in some hospitals, there was one time I had to go to Maitama, General Hospital in Maitama. I needed to see a cardiologist. And then I went there, and then I saw this queue. I said, what? I said, well, anyway, I've devoted my whole day to be here, so let me just wait. So that's how I was at that place from 9 until like around that time, maybe like 5:30 or so. They said, oh, we have to come back next week. And we took number. I came back next week. And then the whole madness again. Because the cardiologist only comes once a week. So that's how I follow them to do all that rubbish. Coming once a week, like that. Then, at the end of 3 weeks now, I finally got to see the guy. By the time I sat down on the nurse, I gave referral code. The nurse said, oh, young man, referral code has expired. I said, what the hell? She said, yes. I said, it has expired. How? She said, referral code is only valid for 2 weeks. I said, what? Only 2 weeks. So I just wasted my time. So all of these things, that is friction. Now at that point, I told myself that, look, why am I wasting my time? Just because I want to save coins. So I went back to the first hospital and just paid full price and then saw the cardiologist immediately. So these are some things that cause friction in the medical process. So Dr. Umar, these are some of the issues that your clients might be facing. Sometimes they forget, and so they don't show up. Sometimes they show up and the queue is just too much. The queue is just too long. So these are some of the things. Now, some things you can do to reduce friction is you can now be sending reminders. You can find systems for automating appointments, reminders, things like that. Maybe sending out SMSs, automatic SMSs to people. There are some businesses that do that. I don't know how it's done. I don't know the systems for doing that, but I know that there are some systems that do that, like road safety, Federal Road Safety Service. There's this text message that you get 1 week before your license expires. You're just chilling. Next thing, a text message comes in. Bringer, this is from the Federal Road Safety Service. License vehicle number so is set to expire in 14 days. Please renew something. So those things are there, and there are businesses in Nigeria that use them. So road safety uses it. Then VIO also uses it. That's the Vehicle Inspection Office or something like that. I can't remember. The officer. So they are the ones that provide licenses for your car vehicle. So they also use those things. And then who again? And then there are some people that use those sorts of things. So Mr. Omar, Dr. Omar, you can use that in your business. By the way, Umar, do you guys say Dr. Umar? Or do you say physio Umar? Because there are some people that say, oh, I am farm, so that is pharmacist. So, where was I? And so you can automate reminders. Then you can also look for ways to reduce wait times. I don't know, maybe you need to hire more physiotherapists for your practice, but if you can reduce wait times, it will help. It will help. If you can reduce it from 8 hours to maybe 4 hours, if people know that I come to the hospital at 8, I can be done by 10, it will greatly improve things. Then maybe you can offer hybrid care options, maybe. So maybe there's some packages where some people call in. Maybe there's some home service component if you hire more people. So somebody goes to the home. Or maybe there's some hybrid, like you come in physically this time and then maybe next time it's maybe like a Zoom session or something. And I don't know. But what I'm doing, Mr. Omar, is I'm just exploring options that people do in other businesses. Now, you, Dr. Omar, talk to your senior colleagues and then see which of these ideas might apply to a physiotherapy practice or not. Then let's see what else. Then there's also some engagement things that people do in other businesses. Excuse me. Engagement just means you're in touch with your customers, your clients, so that they see you, they hear from you every now and then. In marketing, that's what we call relationship nurturing. Relationship nurturing just means every once in a while, every week, every two weeks, then when they see you, they will hear from you. You just stay top of mind, that kind of thing. So people come for session 1, session 2, maybe in between session 3 and session 4, Maybe you can send a personalized WhatsApp video for them, just reminding them that, oh, madam, so and so, you can be doing this kind of exercise, you can be doing that kind of exercise, just to keep the pain away, keep your muscles strong, this, that. So all this kind of video every once in a while, at least, once or twice a month, you send these kind of things, it's good. This thing builds engagement. And the idea behind relationship nurturing or engagement or whatever it's called in whatever discipline you do, the whole point of this is when you stay top of mind, people, it's like they remember you. They remember you, and it just keeps things going. Let me just put it that way. Then, let's see, what else? Okay, so those are just the main things I wanted us to look at. Some ideas when it comes to client retention. And remember, the whole thing about client retention is if you hustle hard and you get lots of customers coming in, it does not pay you if all the people come in through one door and then they leave through the back door. So if you do a good job this year and you get 100 clients, clap for yourself. It's good. But then if you get 100 clients this year and then next year, 80% of them leave you and go and buy from somebody else, it's a serious problem. We need to be retaining customers. So those are what some of the ideas that we've discussed in this episode are geared around. Then, Dr. Omar, you spoke about some other things. I'll really go too in depth there. Okay, we're talking about other fundamental skills that you need to learn. Okay, that's good. It's always a good idea to learn more skills. But the only thing I'll recommend, Dr. Umar, is when it comes to learning, just learn as the need arise. So, Dr. Umar, if you're having sales issues in your business now, the skills you should be learning right now should be sales. If you're having accounting issues in your business right now, Dr. Umar, then the skills you should be learning in your business right now should be accounting. Start learning all those things. So as the need arise. Now, coming up with an academic curriculum or a complete curriculum is a good idea. It's just not practical when you have a business to run. So when you have a physiotherapy business to run, and maybe you're going through a course or something that is teaching you everything you need to know about business, and this week on that course they're teaching you things about cash flow management or whatever. If you're not in that mind space, everything you hear will come in through one ear and go out the other ear. So just as the need arise. It's not perfect, but that kind of learning right now might not be a bad idea. So it's the most practical thing to do right now. You learn on a need to know basis. So if you don't have a CRM in your business, for instance, and okay, let's put it this way: if you're trying to implement a CRM in your physiotherapy business, then the kind of things you should be learning about this week should be about CRM. How do you integrate CRM with your medical record keeping? All those computerized things that you doctors have. How does your CRM integrate with that? And how do you do database management and all those? You'll now be learning all those things. So don't look for a complete curriculum. Just learn as the needs arise. Then the part of your voice note, Dr. Omar, where you spoke about seeking online solutions, I didn't quite understand that one. Anyway, so I'm not going to deal with that here. But basically, for anybody who is trying to look for any online thing, searching online, honestly speaking, so long as it's for the purposes of increasing your sales or your marketing, AI tools are a good way to go about it. A Google search or an AI search is okay. It will help you come up with all kinds of online solutions. But remember what I keep saying, all right? Those of you listening to the podcast right now, listen. And Dr. Omar, of course, listen. AI tools are brilliant. They're okay when it's for coming up with ideas for increasing your sales or your marketing. But you can't use AI tools for medical purposes. You can't use AI tools for accounting purposes. You can't use AI tools for legal purposes. There's some things that the stakes are life and death or serious money. If you use AI tools for accounting purposes, you will find yourself making serious mistake that will cost you plenty of naira and copper. If you use AI tools for medical purposes, especially if you are not an expert, you will kill somebody's child. You will definitely. If you use AI tools for legal purposes, you're not a lawyer, you will go and create legal kind of basic for yourself in front. So when it comes to sales and marketing ideas, by all means, dive in and use these AI tools. But when it comes to accounting, please go and get a specialist. When it comes to legal, go get a specialist. When it comes to accounting, go get a specialist. When it comes to medicine, go get a specialist. So, Omar, whatever you meant by seeking online solutions, I'm sure a Google search and AI search should be able to help. So, that's it and that's all. If you'd love to connect with me just like Umar did, you can call, send me a text message or a WhatsApp message on 080-6466-2140. Also, if you don't like long podcast episodes, in the WhatsApp message, just let me know. I'll send you a link to the WhatsApp group. On the WhatsApp group, you're going to get PDF summaries. The PDF is not going to be more than 5 pages, so you'll be able to read it in 3 to 5 minutes, get the highlights of all the things discussed in podcast episodes so that you can apply that to your business right away. So thank you very much for your time and attention. I'll catch you all at the next episode. And Dr. Umar or Physio Umar, we are done with you, and I'll move on to other people, other questions, other issues on the queue. So, yeah, that's it. So I'll catch you all some other time.